It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Students travelling from Cardiff and Glendale to Hunter Sports High will continue to have a direct bus route after an about-face by transport officials. The state government was going to cease funding the service from next Monday, forcing students to take two buses, adding 30 minutes to their commute. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery says cutting funding to school bus routes doesn't make sense when the government was able to find the money to keep a ferry service going for 120 private school students in Sydney.
To take a service away when the government can afford to reinstate a specific ferry service for private school students in Sydney is a joke. But I'm really glad that the government listened, and I'm pleased, and I know that the families have welcomed this issue back and that the bus is now back and reinstated.
A push to review Newcastle's lockout restrictions is being labelled as absolute lunacy by the city's police commander. Wayne Humphrey says no thought should be given to relaxing or removing the liquor trading restrictions until there's a significant reduction in what's described as non-violent assaults. He says the current rate of these assaults in the CBD is 4 times the state average. Newcastle MP Tim Crackenthorpe is urging the government to review the laws, as it's done in Sydney, saying the success of the small bar late trading trial should prompt a fresh look at lockouts. Lake Macquarie MP Greg Piper will host a community meeting this month to examine the potential uses of coal ash and regulations governing its storage. Coal ash is a significant industrial pollutant, with a parliamentary inquiry last year finding 200 million tonnes of the waste is stored in unlined sites across New South Wales. Greg Piper is urging the government to increase its use of coal ash in road construction projects. Local community members are calling for Newcastle Council to better maintain what they say is a forgotten parkland, the Church Walk Park in the city's CBD. Residents say the park is currently maintained by members of the local community with little local government support. Resident Wayne Mullen says voluntary caretaking is unsustainable and more support is needed from Council to ensure its value is appreciated.
The park has been cared for by the community for many, many years now, but as is the case in those things, these previous groups have fizzled out, and it's an amazing asset in the middle of Newcastle CBD. It's a pity that more people don't know that it's there and that it can be used by the community.
Newcastle Council has been contacted for comment. Work is due to start in September on the upgrade of 2 major road intersections at Highfields. Right-hand turns and new left-hand turns will be built on the Pacific Highway at the intersections of Northcott Drive and Cahibah Road. The work will also see the installation of new and improved pedestrian crossings. Tenders have been called to undertake the $13.5 million upgrade, with the work due for completion in mid-2022. Drivers in Maitland are being urged to follow the road rules, with Council increasing patrols to combat a rise in illegal parking in the levee. Officers say there will be a brief grace period as drivers adjust to the stricter conditions. Council's Kevin Stein says to avoid fines, drivers should take advantage of the 500 on-street parking spaces within the CBD.
Well, within a shared zone, there's actually signposted locations, and that's where you should park. And if you do not park in accordance with a parking sign, you're probably parking illegally, and you could be expected to be fined.
2NURFM Sport.
Jets keeper Jack Duncan is looking forward to going up against his former housemate Jamie McLaren when Newcastle takes on Melbourne City at McDonald Jones Stadium on Sunday. McLaren was last season's Golden Boot winner with 22 goals, and Duncan says he knows what his good friend is capable of.
Yeah, we were 21, 22 when we were together before, so I'm sure he's developed a lot since then, and he's a fantastic player, fantastic striker. His goal scoring record speaks for itself, so we'll have our work cut out for us, but we'll be in for a good fight.
Meanwhile, Jets officials expect to announce the successful candidate for the head coaching role next week. It's understood there are 4 contenders on the shortlist, including former Socceroos captain Alex Tobin. Craig Deans will get the chance to impress his claim for the job when he again takes charge of the team on Sunday. And Maitland will look to their younger players to step up when they kick off their NPL season against Edgeworth on March 27. It follows the loss of star striker Braden Crowley, who's signed with Bentley Greens in the Victorian NPL. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 26, 17, 16, 3, 44, 14 and 42, and the supplementaries are 37 and 38. 2NURFM News Time, 25 to 9.